Hello, everybody. This is the Pocket Passer. I'm your host, Randy White. I hope all of you are having a fantastic day. I know I am. Week 2 of the NFL season is over. I did my reactions to all of those games in the previous video. You can check that out if you go to the account, go to the channel, and go to videos, and you can find that right away. That video is a little longer. It's my longest video actually on the channel at 27 minutes. This video is going to be much shorter. I'm going over my game predictions, my top 5 game predictions for this week. The format's going to be a little different this week. Instead of picking a bunch of really close games to where I get all of them wrong and look like an idiot, we're going to try something different. So now I'm going to do 2 locks. These are games I'm guaranteeing they win. So if I'm wrong about these, I really look bad. 2 upsets. So teams that are not favored to win that I think have a good shot at winning, which is, I guess, mostly what I picked last week anyway. And then the game of the week, which is not the game of the week in terms of Fox Sports game of the week Sunday at 4:20 or 4:25 whenever they play it. This is, in my opinion, the best game that'll be on TV this week. And it was really a toss-up for me when deciding between this game, between the Dolphins-Bills game and the Packers-Buccaneers game. I went Dolphins-Bills. We'll finish with that prediction last. Starting off with the locks, my first lock of the week is Colts versus Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored -6.5. I'm taking that all day long. I am smashing the Chiefs button in that game. If there's, I don't even know what to call it. But Chiefs are winning this football game. They're a much better team. They've shown it through the first 2 weeks. Colts are 0-1-1, and they got blown out by a team that was supposed to be an inferior Jacksonville Jaguars team. I'm still not a believer in that Jaguars team, but the Jaguars completely outplayed the Colts on Sunday, and now they got to go up against the Chiefs. I know it's in Indianapolis, but I really don't think that gives them much of an advantage. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have proven that their offense really does not skip a beat with the absence of Tyreek Hill. They're going to continue to put up points. The Colts have a good defense, but frankly, it hasn't played really exceptionally in the first 2 weeks. They've made plays here and there, but more so than anything, the Colts offense just cannot get out of their own way. They can't seem to get off the ground. And I think the Chiefs defense, the Chiefs pass rush is going to get after Matt Ryan and make him uncomfortable, make him struggle like he did last week. And, I'm just going with the better team here. Significantly better team. I'm taking the Chiefs -6.5, 38-24. Second lock, Titans versus Raiders. The Raiders are 0-2. The Titans are 0-2. The difference is I think the Raiders are a much, much better team. I like almost everything about their team more. I like their quarterback more. I like their receivers more. Their offensive line, they're both mid, to be honest. I like the Titans running back more usually, but he hasn't played anywhere close to his standards so far this season, and I would not be shocked if the Raiders' run defense has a similar effect on Derrick Henry to what the Bills' run defense had. Along with that, I like the Raiders' pass rush more this year, and the Titans' pass defense was abysmal last week against the Bills. Now they have to go up against Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller. This is an even more potent receiving core than what the Bills had, and the Bills were able to tear them apart. So I don't really see the Titans coming out on top in any way against the Raiders. The Raiders are only favored -1.5, but I'm taking them to win 27-17. I think the Raiders are finally going to be able to bounce back. I think they're going to be sick and tired of struggling in week 2, especially after their blown 20-0 lead against the Cardinals last week. I think the Raiders and Derek Carr bounce back and get it done in Tennessee. Now to the upsets. This first upset is going to be a shocker, especially since I picked on their side the first 2 weeks of the season. The Vikings are in my predictions once again. I have the Vikings versus the Lions. This is in Minnesota. The Lions +5.5. I'm taking them to win 35-31. I love what I've seen from the Titans offense. Amon-Ra St. Brown's a baller. DeAndre Swift's a baller. Jared Goff has been well protected by that offensive line. DJ Chark has played well. Jamal Williams has played well. TJ Hawkinson is solid, very solid tight end. I love the weapons that offense has. I don't think that the Lions defense is going to be able to stop the Vikings offense very effectively, but I think they do just enough, make just enough plays to get the job done in Minnesota. And now, final upset pick, Browns versus Steelers. I'm not exceptionally confident in this one. I'm taking the Steelers +4.5 to win 24-23. This is going to be a close game because the Steelers' offense just can't seem to score points. I might be reaching with a 24-point prediction because this offense just isn't very good. Mitchell Trubisky has struggled to read concepts, has struggled to read the field and make correct reads. Throwing the ball to the right guy just has not been his strong suit this year in the first 2 weeks. But the Browns, with Jacoby Brissett, they're kind of one-dimensional. Not kind of, they're very one-dimensional. They entirely rely on Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt to get the offense rolling. The Steelers have an exceptional defense and a much improved run defense from last year. I expect them to do a good job not shutting down Nick Chubb, but keeping his explosive plays to a minimum and kind of forcing Jacoby Brissett at times to pass the ball on third and long situations where Minkah Fitzpatrick and that Steelers pass rush can get the job done along with young, talented corners. I think the Steelers defense is poised to have a great game this week against the Browns, and I think Mitchell Trubisky just might do just enough to get the win in Cleveland. All of my picks have been away games. I've been the away team. I have the away team in all 4 of my picks. That's a coincidence, purely coincidental. And now, the game of the week, Dolphins versus Bills. The Dolphins are hosting the Buffalo Bills. The Bills have torched the Dolphins the last several times they've played them. This offense is as high-powered as ever, and this defense is as talented as ever. But the same goes for the Dolphins team. The Dolphins have an excellent defense, or at least so I thought, until Lamar Jackson decided to be the first player ever to throw for a 75-yard touchdown pass and rush for a 75-yard touchdown. They put up 38 points in the Miami Dolphins defense last week. The Dolphins defense is probably going to struggle again against another mobile quarterback, not nearly the athlete that Lamar Jackson is in terms of speed, but Josh Allen is still one of the best running quarterbacks when he needs to be. His arm is also the best in the league. He might be the best quarterback in the league right now. Not might, through the first 2 weeks of the season, he most definitely is the best quarterback in the league right now. Tua has played very solid football. 6 touchdown passes in their win over the Baltimore Ravens. Their huge comeback win over the Baltimore Ravens last week. The Dolphins defense was very good in the fourth quarter. If they can continue that momentum to the Buffalo Bills game, they truly have a chance. With that being said, I have the Bills minus 5.5. I'm taking them and I'm taking the points. I have them winning by a touchdown, 38-31. So a quick review over those 5 games. I've got Colts Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs in Indianapolis, minus 6.5 to win, 38-24. Titans Raiders in Tennessee. I'm taking the Raiders to win, minus 1.5, 27-17. In the upsets, I got Vikings versus Lions. Detroit heading to Minnesota, or the Lions heading to Minnesota and getting the win, plus 5.5 to win, 35-31 over the Vikings. Browns versus Steelers. Steelers heading to Cleveland and getting the win, plus 4.5. 24-23, and finally, another road win. Bills heading to Miami, minus 5.5, 38-31. Those are my 5 game picks for this week. Let me know how you guys feel about this format as opposed to the format I used for the first 2 weeks. Do you like me just doing my 5 best games, or do you like the locks, upsets, and game of the week? I personally like this, and I think I'm going to roll with this for at least another week, see how I feel about it, and kind of make my decision from there. But so far, I like this idea a lot. Let me know what you guys think of this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to make sure you're always up to date when I'm uploading videos on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, that's the schedule I'm on right now. I might try to expand once the football season is over, but right now I'm shooting for pretty much every Tuesday and Wednesday. If you want to make sure that you're notified when those videos come out, make sure to hit the bell icon. Turn on post notifications. If you want to see my content on other social media platforms, make sure to follow me on Instagram at The Pocket Passer, where I'll be posting about these videos, updating you on when these videos are coming out, and other things like that, maybe a couple of TikTok clips. And then if you want to follow me on my TikTok, that is especially active on game day. I do a lot of reaction videos to kind of what's happening in the moment, maybe looking at scores of the games as they just end and reacting to them, just quick knee-jerk reactions off of those games. If you want to look at my TikTok, it's also at The Pocket Passer. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.